Happy Tuesday. So this week I want to talk about how setbacks can actually be set-ups. I have so many examples of setbacks that were actually setups that I didn't even know at the time. But this week I had an epic parenting fail moment. And I don't know if you can relate to something that happens and you just think to yourself, oh my gosh, this is going to traumatize my kids for life. I totally screwed up, but this is what happened. Okay, so there's this high-end consignment store that we love called Closet Cravings. Lisa, if you're watching, I love it. So my daughter was online looking at some of the stuff, and she found this ring that she wanted to get for her friend, brand new in the box. And she's like, oh, Mom, we gotta go, we gotta go. And I said, honey, we can't go. The store closes at 4. I work until 4. And she said, but can't you cancel? Can you do anything? And I'm like, listen, honey, ask and it is given. Jokingly, right? So the next morning I woke up, my 3 o'clock appointment had rescheduled. And so excitedly, I went to her room and I said, you're never going to believe this. My 3 o'clock appointment scheduled. I can take you to Closet Cravings to get that ring for your friend. She was so excited. That's where we left it. So I have a call from 2 to 3. I'm not checking my phone. 3:15, my daughter's not getting off the bus. I check my phone and she was left at school. Now, this was the coldest day of the winter. It was minus 12 degrees Celsius without the wind chill. So she was outside freezing her little butt off. I felt so guilty. But then I realized, the setback, I didn't pick her up from school, was a setup. Because this is what she did. Her brain went into not victim, poor me. What am I going to do? My mom left me. She's like, okay, I have a problem that I need to solve. The first problem I need to solve is I don't have Wi-Fi to call home. So she went across the street, got close enough to somebody's house, apartment, and she tapped into their Wi-Fi to call home. I didn't answer because I was on a call. She called her dad. He was a half an hour away. That didn't work. So she said, okay, what's my next solution to this problem? I need to call Papa. So she called her Papa, and he, of course, could come pick her up. She didn't die. She didn't freeze to death, okay? But this is the other thing that happened. She's like, how do I turn this situation into a humorous, fun situation? So she did a TikTok about how this is bananas, that her mom left her at school. Now, the kind of interesting thing about that too, right? Teenagers and their TikToks, they're all about the views and the likes. And all of these people started sharing how they got left at school before, or they can relate. So her situation was now connecting with people saying, oh my gosh, I know how that felt. So how can this setback be a setup? See, look at the lessons she was able to really learn for herself. She was able to learn how to be creative, how to forgive, how to find humor in any situation, how to be really use her instincts to find a solution to the problem. She got to develop mental resiliency. She got to develop trust because, she might have made up this story that I can't trust my mom. She's always going to forget me. Because this wasn't the first time, you guys, I gotta be honest. There was one other time at volleyball when I was a little bit late. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm a human being. I'm not perfect. But anyways, if she had gotten on the bus that day, we would have come home, we would have went shopping, and that would have been it. She wouldn't have learned all those life lessons. So what does this have to do with you and your coaching business? Maybe your life setbacks are actually set-ups for something greater. Every coach I've talked to, they all have a story. They all have a past. They all have things that have happened that have been setbacks in their life. But because of those setbacks, just like my daughter Mackie, you probably have learned how to be resilient, how to be crafty, how to get out of a current situation, how to look for solutions and resources to solve your problems. Had you have never had those setbacks, you wouldn't have been able to be set up for where you are today. And every single coach has a beautiful story to share. But sometimes what we do is instead of looking for the solutions to our problems, we start turning into victims to our problems. Like we don't have ways to get around it. Like we don't have the power or control. We give our power away to situations that are outside of our control. So this is my kind of call to action to you, right? Look at your life. What are some of the things that have been setups that are setbacks that you think could now, in hindsight, if you shifted your view, you could see them as setups? Like, I would love to know what has happened in the past that set you up for something else. I've shared stories about the accident that I witnessed before, but had I had not been in that location at that time, and this didn't lead to this, and other thing, I wouldn't have saved somebody's life. Now, if you want to know this story, you're going to have to go back on YouTube. Maybe I'll share it another time. But really, if we could start seeing setbacks as set ups, how might your life change? If you were able to find, a belief, I call it the lessons and the blessings. If you were able to find the lesson in it, how might that shift your emotional state? How might it shift your experience of that situation? What are the lessons that you can go give to somebody else? Now, this is a practice. It's not easy to take a really horrible, sometimes even tragic situation and turn it into your life's gold. This year, my stepbrother passed away, my father passed away, my nephew passed away. It was a lot of setbacks. But then I realized that in each one of those situations, I really found a blessing in everything because I was looking for it. And when we do operate life like this, it really does change our experience of life. It changes our emotional state. It really starts, this is something selfish, but it starts giving us content. Our life is like a whole bunch of content we get to create. I don't know about you guys, but maybe you recognize something in my sharing. See, if that didn't happen to my daughter, if I didn't have an epic parenting fail, I wouldn't have the inspiration to share this message with you. And I don't know who needed to hear this message, but this is actually a setup for you. I know it sounds crazy, right? To see the connection, but nothing happens by chance. I am a firm believer of that. And I look for evidence that that is true all the time. I love sharing stories. I love content creation. I love giving my value away in ways that you guys can connect to. Now consider that this is available for you too. And this is what is possible in your life when you shift your view, shift your perspective, and just reframe the way you think about setbacks, even the big ones like car accidents or deaths or what other crazy things, floods in your basement. If we can find the humor and we can find the humility and we can find the humanity in these things and just trust that it's all showing up for a reason, trust, belief, is the two things that are going to get you out of this disempowered state and into your life, into your business, into your family, whatever you want to create in the world. So let me know what you're getting from this video. And if you found value in it, share it with somebody who's been going through some rough times, that is struggling. Share it with them. And listen, if you want to help see the limiting beliefs that are getting in your way, that are preventing you from moving forward in your life, in your business, if you want to hang out with us for the day, we are having our first North American time zone live intensive workshop on the 25th. Now, ticket sales are going to go up in price every week. So if you want in, get in now. Commit to being there with us and let us show you how to put all of this into motion in your life. Put this into action. See, an insight is just an insight until you apply action, and then it becomes transformational. The person you see here today is not the person I was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was a victim to my circumstances, blaming everybody and everything. Poor me, poor me, poor me. But I had to practice this. It's not natural for us. It is a practice. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, so there's a link in the bio or in the comments below. Click that link, register for our workshop. I'll see you there. I can't wait to motivate you and inspire you to take new actions to get new results. I love you guys. I will see you back, same time, same place next week. Okay? Love you lots. Bye.